Hey, yeah. Where's a nigga till they put me in the grave? I don't give a love about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sister, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad at this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, put through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Vladimir, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit till I go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the back thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't hold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Don't use some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some rank. I will never take up this place. When the law with you ain't no up next. It's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh, Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't butt the system. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be fresh as hell, take a picture. And we special now with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script from, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. But really forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on the slide that I know about this when I send with the gun with the slide for real. I get the harder, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like, bitch, or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like. My nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. You understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man, shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. Pray where Eve did that. Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us,
he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spin? I ain't listening. Is in fact the fear bitch with Oracle. Thought they making plays, made them niggas called an audible. As who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young pay. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cow leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear. This shit like it ain't about who got the gun. It's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you will never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified rubber ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign. Yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Shit is cold in this motherfucker.
All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm always for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, send a curse. We can't forgive us for forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. Disloyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind fail. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like bad pal. But ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, then it's death do us part. Look. So how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the like you think, little nigga. I should want you. Even your own people go this zone. And the new one said they hate you for my name. So you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing. Ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it, raise it. I pity those watching life as it go by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's all I don't. Either photos to salute my nigga. Salute my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. Now never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah, yeah.
You boy. You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General, your honor. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top when we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm ripping. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves. Shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, oh, yeah, hey. Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Got my nigga Ramon with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general, your honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin' my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm ripping. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood, I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves. Shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was wrong. To a nation to be respected, but in this world we rejected. We hated for our complex, still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Are we on? Chevy is called the heartbeat of America, like the people who keep this country moving. We good?
Okay.
Finally. All right, clap it up. Shalom Israel. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos de 1 Oeste, calle 125, en Harlem, Nueva York, abajo del Comandante General Yohana. Shalom Israel, we're the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, informing you that you are the true Israelites spoken about in the Holy Bible. And tonight's class is Isupk San Antonio's Brotherhood class. And like we just heard from the priest in the song, right, brotherhood is a weapon. And correction is love, right? Tonight we're going to go into a topic that it's how can I say, it's kind of hard for somebody out in the world to get correction because of pride. It's not, we're going to teach on how, brotherhood humbles you and how correction is love, and how to take correction. You know what I mean? And we're going to teach on how you would be wise to take correction, because we all fall short, right? How Christians say we all fall short, right? Well, anyway, we all stumble at times, right? We all have faults, but there's brothers that's been in the truth a lot longer than my walk, right? And they're a lot wiser than myself, and I take heed to their correction. And Lord knows I need it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I could be a little bit ignorant at times in what I'm doing, and they bring it to they bring it up front and let me know when I'm doing wrong. And then I don't how can I say, at first I used to think it was like they were picking on me, but once you start to learn the spirit behind it, you start to really welcome it, really, and it would be wise to, because we all need correction, all of us. But I say that to say this, a lot of times pride will get in your way. A lot of times pride will get in your way of true brotherhood, because you think, nah, man, he's always on me. He's always on me about this and this. What you woo woo. You know what I mean? But the brother's just looking out for you. He's just trying to, how can I say, give you some consejos. I don't know how you would say it in English, but he's trying to give you some love. You know what I mean? And love is correction. He just don't want to see you going down the wrong path. He knows where you're leading to, because uh, brothers that are more seasoned in the truth, you know what I mean? They've seen a lot more than we have. So it'll be wise to actually adhere to their advice, to their a lot of times their correction can be harsh, or it can, depending on the situation. I mean, depending on the situation, how you would take it. A lot of times you gotta take it with a grain of salt. A lot of times you gotta see that brother like, okay, this brother's really looking out for me. You know what I mean? And it's time to stop being so prideful in our walk. You know what I mean? Let's get Proverbs 16, start at 18. It's it's a rough thing to shake, because we all had a sense of pride when we were growing up in the hood. You know what I mean? So you have to build up a guard around yourself. You know what I mean? Because you can't just let anybody take you for a punk. So you have to develop a sense of pride, a sense of machismo, for lack of better terms. You know what I mean? But when you're around the brotherhood, man, when you're around the brothers, and brothers actually showing you brotherhood by correcting you, you got to put that to a side. You got to humble down and adhere to correction. Now hold on, let me get with you right quick. Proverbs 16. Let's start at 18. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 18. Pride goes before destruction.
Right. Pride goes before destruction. Right before, great nations that have been destroyed, there were proud and mighty nations, right? We've seen it out in the hood, right? This brother was real proud before he got knocked out. You know what I mean? Pride goes before destruction. Go ahead.
And in haughty spirit before a fall.
And a haughty spirit. What define that word haughty? Can you look up that definition, haughty? A haughty spirit before a fall. I mean, that spirit, that haughty spirit, can't nobody tell me nothing. You know what I mean? That's a haughty spirit. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm gonna live life like I want to live it. I'm my own boss. type I was about to say something, but type mentality. Go ahead.
This is the Google definition of haughty, arrogantly superior.
Right. Arrogantly, which means like you're puffed up. You're puffed up. You think you're superior, like that. You're above everybody. Like, don't nobody know nothing more. You think you're the smartest person in the room. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Go ahead.
And disdainful.
Disdainful, right? Like you really don't care about anybody else's opinion, anybody else's say so. That's hard. We read that scripture again. From the top of 18.
Verse 18. Pride goes before destruction.
Pride goes before destruction. You're so proud, right? Can't nobody tell you nothing. But you're like that, you're about to take a stumble. Go ahead.
And in haughty spirit before a fall.
Right, a haughty spirit where, like, you know better than everybody. That's a haughty spirit where can't nobody tell you nothing. You think their opinion is trash. That's a completely opposite spirit to have with brotherhood. So we have to humble down and listen to the men above us. But you're gonna drop that. Let's go to Proverbs 27. Let's start at 5. See, a lot of times, brothers, we would try to correct you. We put you to the side like, hey, bro, I don't think you should be doing this. But a lot of times, open rebuke has to be done. It has to be done openly, because brothers keep on keeping on doing the same, trooper bloopers or what have you. You know what I mean? And sometimes, a lot of times, I know I've been openly rebuked, and brothers will say something in front of everybody, and you would think that a brother was probably, oh, this brother just don't like me, man. He's picking on me. That's far from the fact. No, he's doing that because he loves you. Because he loves you, and he wants to see you not making the same mistake over and over and over again. You know what I mean? And we're going to get into the spirit behind it. The spirit behind open rebuke. You know what I mean? A lot of times when brothers are, we're on a mission or we're getting ready for a mission, and they're laying out, objectives that we have to do. And sometimes they will openly rebuke a brother like, hey, I need you to do this instead of what you did last week. Instead of that BS that you did last week, I need you to do this, and I need you to do this right. Do it right, just like I tell you to do it. You know what I mean? That's open rebuke. And so a lot of times we need that. I need that. I know I do, because a lot of times I try to do things on my own and under my own understanding, instead of calling and getting, like if I run into an obstacle, calling and getting counsel on it. I know I try to make my best judgment. And a lot of times my best judgment is I'm going to show up and say shit. Right? And I get openly rebuked for it. I know. And I need that. Because I need to learn how to take counsel, how to take, how to call and get counsel, and how to take a brother that's, above me, his opinion and his instruction. I need to learn how to do that. I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about myself too. But go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love.
It's better than what?
Secret love.
Okay. It's better than secret love, right? So, when a brother can can have love for you all day long, right? But he's seeing you mess up and he don't tell you nothing. That's him actually loving you in secret. You know what I mean? That's like, yeah, because he's not really looking out for you. He's not really looking out for you. It said open rebuke is better than secret love. Oh, like if he rebukes you openly, it's like, hey, bro, you need to stop doing that. Right to your face. That's better than him, making sure you have a bag of chips every time they go to the store or something. You know what I mean? Something simple like that. That's not actually love. That's it's brotherhood for sure, but it's not. You're not looking out for the brother's well-being, really. You're just there for the good times, and that's just like secret love. Because when things get hard, are you actually looking out for your brother, or are you just going to let him fall? Read that again.
Open rebuke is better than secret love.
Open rebuke is better than secret love. It's better than, buying a drink for your brother and then just laying it on the table. Like, here you go, brother, there's a drink for you on the table. You know what I mean? It's better than actually, hey man, I hope that brother actually ate today. He looks hungry, I hope he ate today. You know what I mean? Well, what is that going to do to the brother? You know what I mean? Did you actually go and ask him if he ate today? No. That's you loving the brother in secret. You know what I mean? That's not going to do anything for the brother. But if you go out there and you openly rebuke the brother, like you see him doing something wrong, you openly and tell him to his face, hey, brother, don't be doing that. Because if you do that, this consequence might happen or what have you. You know what I mean? Open rebuke is better than secret love. Go ahead.
So, like, sir, what Proverbs what?
It's Proverbs 27, and I think we're at verse 5.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love.
Right. Open rebuke is better than secret love. You openly tell the brother. You know what I mean? A lot of times you could do it in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Tell him his faults. That's better than actually, wishing well for the brother. Wishing that, I hope he gets it right this time. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend.
Yeah, faithful are the wounds of a friend. Truth hurts. You know what I mean? The truth hurts. You tell your homeboy, your brother, the truth. You know what I mean? It's gonna hurt him, but it's gonna help him out in the long run. You know what I mean? It's gonna help him. That way he won't continue to make the same mistake over and over and over again. Go ahead.
But the kisses of an enemy are deceitful.
Right. Like you're smiling in front of that brother's face, right? But then he's like, "Oh man, he messed up again," and you're laughing at his calamity, right? Are you really a brother, being a brother to him, or are you being an enemy? You're being an enemy. It said, but kisses of an enemy are deceitful. When you're not rebuking your brother, you know what I mean? When you see him over and over and over make a mistake, and you don't talk to him about it, and then when he makes a mistake and you laugh about it, you're being an enemy to your brother. That's actually showing hate to your brother. But when you openly rebuke him, tell him the truth that's going to hurt him, you're showing love to that brother. You're showing brotherhood. And brotherhood is a weapon. He's going to stop making that mistake if you openly rebuke him. He's going to say, damn. I don't like being chastised in front of everybody. I don't like that. It's not good feeling. truth hurts, and it's not a good feeling. I look a certain way in front of the brothers. He's not going to do that mistake again. You know what I mean? Brotherhood is a weapon, and you can't just, how can I say, brotherhood is not all nice. We're not sweet here in ISUPK. We're not. If you want to be sweet, go with them candy coated purple lads, whatever, what have you. We're not sweet here. We tell the truth. We tell each other the truth. The truth hurts. We're the home of the truth. So if you want to be lied to and talk smoothly, this is not the place for you. Go ahead.
Verse 7. The full soul loatheth in honeycomb.
Oh, it's like it. It's like it. You can drop that. You can drop that. Let's go to Leviticus 19, verse 17. And hold on, let me get there with you real quick. See, a lot of times, you know, when you're out when I know when I was out in the world, and I would, you know, I had other older homeboys because I hung around with my brother, and he's year and some change older than me. You know what I mean? And he had homeboys about his age or even older, and a lot of times, you know what I mean, that I was like the little brother of the group. And they would give me consejos, and sometimes I hated it, man. I hated it. I thought maybe like, man, these are my homeboys. They hate me. You know what I mean? They hate me. They're always telling me what I'm doing wrong, always telling me where I'm lacking. But actually, they were being a brother to me. You know what I mean? They were being a brother to me. They were telling me what I need to tighten up at. But you know, I was ignorant and a little prideful, you know what I mean? And a lot of times I would try to fight them. Go ahead.
You would say consejo,
Yeah, consejos, yeah.
and that would be like advice.
Advice, oh, okay, yeah.
That's like I said earlier.
Love the what? I appreciate it.
I got the description first.
Yeah. Here, man, I'm gonna try to break down the situation to the audience that you know, that requires humbleness. You know what I mean? It requires to be humble when you're around the brothers. You can't always be, you know, right all the time. We're not right all the time. Lord knows I'm not. I'm part of him, right? What I think about it. But anyway, that's why it's like it. It's brother door. Yeah, it takes humility for brotherhood to actually, you know, be a weapon. It takes humility. We got to take correction, and correction takes humility. Go ahead.
Come. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. I shall not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Right. You should not hate your brother. You shouldn't hate your brother. And actually seeing your brother fall, that's showing hatred to your brother. Go ahead.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy brother.
Right. You should rebuke. Go slack.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Right. Rebuke thy neighbor. Thy neighbor, and your brother, like, it's going to further elaborate on what your neighbor is in the scripture. Right? Rebuke your neighbor. Rebuke your neighbor. Don't actually just sit back and watch your neighbor fall. Don't do that. That's hatred. Don't do that. Go ahead.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Right. If you're just sit back watching the brother, you know, make a mistake, you're suffering sin upon him when you could actually, you know, help the brother out by telling him, you know, what not to do, and instead of him doing it, you know what I mean? He wouldn't have to suffer that. He wouldn't have to suffer that consequence that he's about to suffer. He wouldn't do that. Like, let's say, just for instance, for example, you see your brother out in the club, right? And you notice him talking to a certain female, but you seen that female's husband walk into the restroom, right? Like, oh, yeah, she's with that brother there, but he walked into the restroom, and your homeboy went to go talk to that female, and you don't tell him, like, hey, bro, she's got a man, man, watch out, like, you know what I mean? Keep it cool. And he's sitting there, you know, chopping it up with her, spit game with her, and all of a sudden they go to the dance floor together, and they, you know, he starts getting rolled on by her, and her, you know, her man comes out. And you could have saved that situation that's about to happen. You know, for sure, the situation is about to happen. Then you got to step in, and y'all both got to fight, right? That situation could have been avoided with you just telling your brother, hey man, leave her alone. She's got a man. Let's just step off and let's just go talk to these other girls in the club. You know what I mean? Like, you just suffered sin upon your brother. You know what I mean? That's just an example. There's 5 more other examples. For instance, you're sitting down at a restaurant, and you know your brother really doesn't know the let's say the menu too well, right? Let's say that you're ordering tacos, but he orders tacos with carnitas in it, and he don't really know what carnitas is. He just thinks, well, carne is just meat, right? But carnitas is pork, and you allow that brother to eat that, right? Like, oh man, you're eating pork, when you could have just told that brother, you know what I mean? Like, hey, carnal, watch out, don't get those carnitas, man, that's pork. You know what I mean? It's a sin to eat pork. Don't get that. You could have told that to him, right? Instead of you just watched him order it, and then just, you know, eat it. You suffered sin upon your brother when you could have just told him. You know what I mean? And that's a form of open rebuke. Say, hey brother, don't order that. That's pork. He didn't know. You know what I mean? He didn't know. That's open rebuke. Go ahead and start from the top.
Okay. The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
Right. If you don't openly rebuke your brother, that's a form of hatred. You're showing hatred to your brother. We shouldn't hate our brothers. Go ahead.
Thou shalt in any wise revoke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
No, it says maybe rebuke your neighbor.
And not suffer.
No, like it says thou shalt. So maybe we should rebuke him.
And not.
No, it says thou shalt in any wise rebuke him.
Come.
You know what I mean?
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Right. It's not up for debate. Open rebuke is necessary. It's necessary. It's not up for debate. Can't be a coward here. This is not a place for cowards. You're gonna have to openly rebuke your neighbors. Openly rebuke your brothers. You're gonna have to. I know they have to do it with me. Oh, jeez. You're gonna have to do it. It's a lot of times, you know what I mean? Sometimes it causes situations between brothers. That's why we have counsel, right? but it's not a place to be afraid of hurting your brother or afraid of confrontation. A lot of times we need confrontation. That kind of confrontation we need, because that, you know, that keeps us from sinning. You know, we have different disputes among brethren, right? We have different disputes and we argue. Sure, we argue. But if, you know, it goes too far, we take it to counsel. There's different procedures that we must follow. You know what I mean? There's procedures, there's rules, guidelines, and, you know, law, statutes, and commandments. Rules and guidelines that we follow. Well, what's that? The way Kabar put it? I forgot how he put it the other day, but it was funny. But anyway, there's you know, protocols and procedures that we follow, and that's this Bible right here. It's the Holy Bible. That's what we follow, and it says to openly rebuke your neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. Don't just sit back and watch your brother fall. That's hatred. Go ahead.
John, verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Go ahead.
But thou shalt love thy neighbors as thyself.
So that's your neighbor. See, I told you it was going to further elaborate what your neighbor or who your neighbor was. Your neighbor is the children of thy people. You should love him like you love yourself. You don't want yourself to fall, right? So don't sit back and watch your brother fall. Don't want your brother to fall. We have to openly rebuke one another. And we have to humble down and take it. And humble down and actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Because a lot of times people are like, you know, out in the world, they're like, I'm just gonna let him fall. You know what I mean? He ain't nothing to me. I'm just gonna let him fall. Thinking that we're too arrogant, you know what I mean? Too arrogant to actually to show, you know, love to our brothers.
So obviously,
Go ahead.
I think you're looking for dismissive.
I'm sorry?
Dismissive?
Yeah, like you can be dismissive to your brothers, but I mean, I'm looking for like when somebody is puffed up and they don't want to correct their brothers. They just like, oh, I'm just gonna let him fall. That way I can laugh at him. You know what I mean? Because I want to prove that I'm better than him. Haughty, exactly. Well, we just got the same. But there's, you know, we all knew, you know, brothers out in the world like that. You know what I mean, we all knew brothers out in the world like that, and you know, gotta humble down and actually look out for your brothers. Don't think that you're above your brothers. You know what I mean? If you know a better way to do something, you know, tell your brother, hey man, we shouldn't be doing like this, or you shouldn't be doing like this. It's better to do it this way. You know what I mean? This is an example, and then maybe he'll save himself trouble of doing things the hard way. You know what I mean? A lot of times we gotta humble down and take correction too. People are not out to get us. They're not out to just you know, pick at our faults. Brothers, there's brothers above you here in the UK that want you to succeed in life. They don't want you to fall. They don't want you to go through the hardships that they had to go through. So they will openly rebuke you, and we have to humble down and adhere to it, take an ear to it. Slakia. Let's go down to let's go to Proverbs 9, start at 8. Let me get there with you real quick. Hold on. right, go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 8. Reprove not a scorner.
Right. Salakia, Salakia, can you pull up the definition for reprove? It says reprove not a scorner.
Somebody sorry about it.
Okay, go ahead.
Reprove is a verb used with object to criticize or correct, especially gently, to reprove a pupil for making a mistake. The second definition is to disapprove of strongly, censor to reprove a bad decision, and the third definition is obsolete, to disprove or refute.
Right. So it almost sounds like rebuke not a scorner, right? That's what it's saying. It said don't correct a scorner. See, this is where we have to humble down. Because a lot of times, like some brothers are like, man, I can't tell this brother nothing because he just gets mad. You know what I mean? Let him get mad. Show brother, take that brother to counsel, but read that again.
Scripture or the definition?
Go ahead.
Which one? The scripture?
No,
The definition?
yeah, the definition would prove.
Okay. To criticize or correct.
Right, okay. And then it says, reprove not a scorner. And you see what a scorner, can you pull up scorner?
A scorner is a noun. A person who treats someone or something with contempt or mockery.
Right. So this is where we have to humble down and take open rebuke. Humble down and take it because it can cause contention between brothers. I mean, and humility is a necessity for brotherhood. We can have the humility that way. We won't fall into fall into sin. You know what I mean? A lot of times brothers that will try to correct you and you're not gonna take it because you're too prideful. You know what I mean? You're too prideful. You're like, this brother ain't gonna know nothing. He don't know nothing. You're actually scorning that brother, right? You're too prideful. You're not gonna take that. It's time to humble down. If you want to succeed in the truth, humility is a necessity. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse.
No, start it from the top, from 8.
Okay. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee.
Right. We have to humble down because you're gonna start to hate the brothers that's actually giving you advice on circles. You know what I mean? They're trying to correct you. Humble down. Humble and take the correction. Correction, they're just showing you love. They're not showing you hate, they're showing you love. Go ahead.
Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee.
Right. So once you become humble and you actually look forward to the correction, you're gonna start to be wise. It's gonna make you wise. And you're gonna actually show that the brothers do love you. You're gonna actually see that the brothers actually do love you, and you're gonna love them for giving you correction. Go to Salakia. Go to 9.
I'm good. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 9. Give instruction to a wise man.
Right. Give instruction to a wise man. And when you actually humble down and receive correction, like I said before, it's going to make you wise. It's gonna make you wise. How can what's the word I'm looking for? Coachable. You know, some I don't know. Like I don't know. Sometimes when I was younger, and I don't know, my coach tried to tell me things, and I didn't really want to listen. You know, what I mean, I wasn't really that coachable. But then I would get hurt. Then I would listen. No, yeah, I was hard headed like that. But it's a necessity to be, for lack of better terms, coachable. Go ahead.
Okay. And he will be yet wiser.
Right. It's going to make you wiser if you actually humble down and listen to correction, listen to a rebuke, and you start to, you know, follow orders. It's going to make you even wiser. Go ahead.
Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning.
Right. And we are forever learning here. Once a student, always a student here in UBK. You know what I mean? We're forever learning. We're learning from the men above us, and they learn from the men above them. And it trickles down. We are forever learning. Don't think that you're above learning anything. You know, okay, I'm a officer of 50 now. I can teach. They can't teach me nothing now. I'm teaching. No, it can't be like that. You gotta humble down and actually receive teachings, receive rebuke, and because that's how you increase in learning. Go ahead. Hold on. Where are we at? We're at 10, right? Okay. Go ahead.
Verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
See, and that'll make you wise. Fearing the Lord, right? Because that correction will have you stop sinning, stop from falling. I don't want to say that word, falling short, but falling. You know what I mean? Messing up, effing up. You know what I mean? It'll have you. You know, stop yourself from actually committing a sin, or stop yourself from making a bad judgment call. And then that, you know, fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. It'll make you wise. Because the men above us are coming in the name of the Lord. And we have to listen to them. We have to humble down and listen to the men above us. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding.
Right. So you start to understand that these brothers are just looking out for you when they openly rebuke you. You know what I mean? They're not out to just to pick on you. They're not out to just point out your flaws all the time. No, they're out here to raise you up to be even greater than they are. They don't want you making the same mistakes that they made. They can, they've been. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. Okay.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 9, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Right.
Right? So don't be a coward in the fear
Right.
of following the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right. That's right. You got it. Give the brother a hand. Right. Don't be a coward, man. Don't be a coward and try to, you're gonna say, run away from the situation that's gonna make you better. Try to avoid a situation just to save your small ego. You know what I mean? You gotta humble down, take correction. Slakia, let's go to Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
Right. So that's that can't nobody tell me nothing, right? Spirit. And like I was explaining before, there's sometimes that I fall short in actually calling the men above me and getting counsel. And a lot of times that hurts me. That does hurt me. And I feel foolish. A lot of times I feel foolish for them when they openly rebuke me, man. I got openly rebuked at camp one time, and I felt foolish. I did. I felt real foolish. So, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, right? I foolishly just didn't call and get counsel on a certain situation, and I just looked like I looked inadequate for the office that I was holding. You know what I mean? I was messing up all day that day. If I would have just got counsel that day, took the time, because my mind was racing, right? If I could have just took the time out, a 5-minute phone call would have set me right for the whole day. But I was in the wrong spirit. I better take care of this real quick before this time, because I got all this to do before Sabbath service, and after Sabbath service, we got to get this ready, got to get that ready, and my mind was just racing, right? If I would have just took the time out and got counsel, you know what I mean? But I was afraid. You know what I mean? I'm admitted, I was afraid of that open rebuke. So this is a lesson on me. This is a lesson to me too. I was afraid of the open rebuke. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what are you doing? Why would you accept that? You know what I mean? No, you gotta, you gotta do better than that. You know what I mean? On a certain situation. And that would have set my mind right, and I would have had, a lot better day than that day that I had. I mean, it was crazy. That day was in complete I was in complete disarray that day. But anyway, that don't really matter. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Can I say something on that?
Go ahead.
So I think with this, when you turn to say it's like perception and perspective,
Right.
and it's kind of different, right?
Perception and perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is that correct? Like that.
Perception and perspective. I think it's the same thing, ain't it? Yeah, it's the same thing.
When you perceive, that's your own individual, your own, like what you think. The perspective is the fact. You know what I mean? Like reading scripture, somebody can read it and have their own perception of it and make a whole religion out of it.
Right.
But the perspective would be what is actual facts. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I get what you're trying to say. Go ahead. Yeah.
It's like that's what the scripture was saying. The way of the fool is right in its own eyes.
Yeah, because
It's your perception.
Yeah, your perception, how you see things, like through the way you're thinking. You know what I mean? The way you're thinking, you're like, no, it's got to be this way because it's just the way he's thinking. Right.
And the perspective would be like what is actually going on.
Right. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
It's not exactly.
Right. Go ahead. But he that hearkeneth.
Okay. But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
Right. But he that hearkeneth to counsel is wise. And you gotta hearken to counsel. Counsel will save your life. Counsel will keep you out of, drastic situations. Counsel will save your life. And a lot of times, That's what saved my life too. I could have made some really dumb mistakes. And, I've taken the time out to call for counsel and like, oh, okay, I shouldn't do that. Come on, sir. It's a lot, so, you know, I don't know what I was thinking. The water, the water for setting me straight. You know what I mean? A lot of times we need that, and it takes humility to do that. We're going to drop that, and let's go to Proverbs 12:1. Let's just go back up to the top of the chapter. No, Slakia. No. Proverbs 15 and 10.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die.
Right. So the way is the law, statutes, commandments. That's the way. So read that again from the top.
God. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way.
Right. So if you really don't, you're not gonna say, you gotta be 10 toes down in the truth. You gotta be for sure that you want to follow the Lord, for sure that you want to follow the law, statutes, commandments. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of times we're gonna mess up. So it's gonna take correction from the men above us. If you really want to follow the Lord, you're going to take that correction. But correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way. It just means you weren't really with us. You forsook the way. You're not really 10 toes down in it. Go ahead.
And he that hateth reproof shall die.
Right. Correction and rebuke is to save your life. Save your life. And if you don't want to listen to it, you're going to fall into sin. You're going to fall into sin, and we all know the wages of sin are, right? And the wages of sin is death. Rebuke, open rebuke is to keep you from sinning. Open rebuke is brotherhood. Brotherhood is the ultimate weapon we have. This is all we got. Everybody else hates us. Everybody in the world hates us. Your brother doesn't hate you because he wants to see you better and not suffer the same mistake that he used to suffer, or the same mistake that he's seen other men suffer. Right? Brotherhood is a weapon. It takes open rebuke. Don't be a coward and cower from open rebuke. Cower from counsel. It's like let's go to Matthew 18, verse 15. And if a brother ever offends you, he tells you something that you know that you needed to hear, but maybe you took it the wrong way, or maybe the brother, you know, didn't really correctly we're gonna say bring it up to you, and he just brought it to you a certain way that offended you. If you get offended in any way, you must take that brother to counsel. You must first tell that brother that you're offended, right? Go to him and him alone, like, nah, brother, you like, you know, you can't just call me a dumb MFer. You can't do that. Nobody like, you offended me. That's not cool. I mean, and he says, Slakia, I just didn't want you. Slakia, I didn't mean to offend you like that. Slakia. you know, you gain the brother that way. But like I was saying, like if any brother offends you in any way, you get offended in any way, take that brother to counsel. Counsel is a must. You know what I mean? It's a must for brotherhood. Let's start from the top of 15.
Okay. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his faults between thee and him alone.
Right. Right. Go and you say, it's like I need to come. I need you to come over here real quick. I need to talk to you real quick. I did not appreciate you. Whatever your offense is, you know what I mean? Whatever your offense is, you tell that to that brother between you and him alone. Go ahead.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Right. If he hears you, it's like, hey, just for an example, right? He saw you doing something wrong, and he's like, hey man, quit being so stupid, you know, and then he calls you a stupid SOB, right? Quit being such a stupid SOB. And like, hey, man, I need to talk to you here real quick. He's like, hey, I don't appreciate you calling me a stupid SOB. If he and like, bro, I was like, my bad, man. My bad. It won't happen again. He has hurt you, and you have gained your brother. You know what I mean? He knows that boundary is not supposed to be crossed anymore, right? You know, he crossed you, and he apologized. He's not gonna do it again. But go ahead.
God, verse 16. But if he will not hear thee,
right? If you know, he won't hear you. Like he gives you an excuse of any kind, right? He says, "Hey, my bad. I didn't mean to offend you, but I just didn't want you to do this, and this, and you're acting like a stupid SOB. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, you did it again. You're still offended me. All right, man, you can't be so sensitive. That brother didn't hear you, right? That brother did not hear you. Go ahead.
like I said,
Go ahead.
That's where that pride takes place, right?
Right. There's that pride. You know what I mean? That pride, like we have to, pride cometh before destruction. We got to take pride out of this. And actually, love the brotherhood. And we show love, correction is love. Correction is love. So we got to actually adhere to correction. And not be so puffed up even when we're delivering correction. Go ahead. You had a point? Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's what should differentiate, like makes us different than others, is that we have this law right here,
Right.
opposed to like being barbaric and and savages that we are labeled.
Right.
Like, now we can be civilized and like come to an agreement and talk to each other instead of Latinos, like we have people, our people.
Because we have rules and regulations.
Exactly.
We have rules and regulations that we follow.
Right.
You know what I mean? We have rules and regulations. Like that's what Kabar was saying, right? We have rules and regulations we follow. The law, statutes, and commandments. Those are rules and regulations that we follow. And it keeps us civilized, like you were saying. It keeps us civilized, and it keeps us in check, in line, to where, we don't offend one another. But if we do, it happens. It happens. We're men. A lot of times, we are not soft here. We talk roughly. And we are going to offend one another. But this is what we must do when we're offended. Go to him and him alone. And if that don't have, that brother didn't hear you, go ahead. We're getting into it.
Okay. Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more.
Right. You take that brother to counsel. You take that brother to counsel. Now you call your camp leader, tell him that you want to fill out a trespass form. You know what I mean? You take that brother to counsel. He trespassed against you. You take him to counsel. He's not hearing you. You take him to counsel to it. Oh, it's like you read it again.
Oh God. Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more.
Right. You take him to counsel where it's one or two more hearing the matter, right? Judging the matter. You take that brother to counsel. Go ahead.
I'm gone. That in the mouth of two or three witnesses, every word may be established.
Right. And it's going to be every word. They're going to hear both sides. You know what I mean? They're going to hear both sides, and it will be judged righteously. Go ahead.
God, verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
Right. And if you don't listen to counsel, you take it to major counsel. It's like how Cap was explaining it the other day. You take it to major counsel. Go ahead.
So I can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take thee one or two more, right?
Right.
That would be like the aristocracy or the judges. For example, the generals, right?
Right. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's two generals that listen to the whole matter.
Right. It is.
Right.
Yeah. So in 17, and if he shall neglect to hear them, right? These judges,
right,
tell it unto the church. So that will be like the jury.
Yeah, that's major council. That's major council where that's the whole nation listening to it. That's major council.
Right. Okay. That's what we showed that.
Right.
So but if he neglected to hear the church, let him you want to continue?
Yeah, go ahead. You're good. You're good.
Okay. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen.
Right.
Man.
Right. If you don't listen to major council, you know what I mean? Treat him as a heathen. You treat him just like he's a YTE man. You know what I mean? Treat him like he's an oppressor. Because he's not listening to counsel anyway. He's not listening. He's not being a brother. You treat him like a heathen. But
Okay. And a publican.
And a Republican, right? Public, treat him like a Republican, like he's one of them, like a policeman. You know what I mean? Like he's an op. He's an op because that's what he's acting like. If he's not listening to counsel, that's completely out of the spirit. That's not UPK. We take the counsel and we adhere to counsel. If you want to hear the counsel, you know, there's the door. Because you're an op. Go ahead.
This is let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican.
A publican, yeah. A publican is like a publican was somebody like was working for the opposition.
Right. So I have the definition.
Go ahead.
It is a chiefly British, a person who owns or manages a tavern, the keeper of a pub. The main one is Roman history, a person who collected public taxes.
Right. He was an op. He collected taxes for the ops. You know what I mean? Like what kind of lows of the low were, you were helping your people be under the foot of another nation. You know what I mean? That's an op. You treat him like that.
Right, so it's like a police officer, right?
Right.
Like, you want to stay away from them people.
Yeah,
They're no good for us.
Right. Right. I mean, I'm not saying that all police officers are bad because it's a job.
Right.
Like some of them are actually trying to be genuine, but there's a lot of them. I'm saying a lot that abuse their authority. You know what I mean? Or you treat him like someone that's abusing their authority on their own very same people. And that's how you treat him.
Better stay away from them.
Right. Right. So like it. I have another scripture here. I gotta look it up though. It's like I had it in my notes. But anyway, that's how brotherhood is a weapon. We look out for one another. We correct one another. And that's how we show love to one another, by correction. We don't actually, allow our brother to fall by the wayside. That's not being a brother. That's not. You're just suffering your brother to sin. That's what you're doing there. You hate your brother if you do that. We correct each other. Sometimes we pull each other to the side and we take consequences that way, advice that way. So like I keep wanting to switch back to the Spanish. But anyway, we take advice that way, correction that way. But sometimes we are hard-headed, you know what I mean? Like the Lord said, we are a stiff-necked people, you know what I mean? So it's going to take open rebuke sometimes. And when that happens, humble yourself down and adhere to it. Because these brothers are not out to just point out your flaws and just belittle you. They're not out to do that. They're out to make sure that you don't sin. Make sure you don't come to I'm gonna say a sticky situation. That's for lack of better terms. You know what I mean? They're looking out for you. They're giving you consejos, advice. Take it that way. And a lot of times we're harsh. We're not soft here. So we're gonna say it kind of harshly so you can get it. But if you're offended in any way, take that brother to counsel. Take the counsel. It's like I was looking for that scripture. I can't find it. It was in my notes. I think I deleted it for some reason. Anyway. But that's what it takes here in EPK for brotherhood to be a weapon, is to humble down and actually adhere to correction. Quit being so arrogant and thinking that can't nobody tell you nothing. These brothers out here that are above us are looking out for our very lives. They're looking out to make sure that we stop being the old man that we used to be, and they're here to make us better men than themselves too, because they're looking for lack of better terms, for replacements. Somebody to carry the torch on further than they did. That's what the brothers above us are preparing us for. So we have to humble down and take open rebuke, take correction, take consequences, take advice. To Troopers Swati.
We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'asher. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The Feast of First Fruits, Sunday, June 8, 2025. Start before sundown, Leviticus 23 and 10 through 22. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And these are the Isupk security announcements.
Imagine, which means to stand. Upon Aquadum, which means to turn to face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Latanlanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kabawat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawat Yanawa, Wala, Tabaya Nawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Habashai Nawa, Mayad, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wahataparat, La Awalamyam, Aman. And what we said in the English was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Sar, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Aman Shabbat, Aman Barak, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat, Yadim Atah, Sar, face sisters. Men of Israel, Aman Shabbat, Majuk, Barak, Yahweh Shemar, the Thub Bashim Yahweh Yadim Atah. Class dismissed.